Hey guys, this is Ali Garcia and we're at the New York special screening of Johnny English Strikes Again. You have worked in TV for quite some time, and this movie is actually your directorial debut.
Yeah.
Why this movie?
I've been a huge fan of Rowan Atkinson. I grew up watching a sketch show that maybe he didn't play here called Not the 9 O'Clock News, and then Blackadder, which is an amazing historical sitcom, and then Mr. Bean, of course, and Johnny English. So I was a real admirer of Rowan's work, so the chance to work with him was probably the driver. And then the script was just so much fun. It kind of took the kind of films, influence from the kind of films that I loved as a kid growing up, the classic James Bond, particularly the Roger Moore era, and then movies like Pink Panther, and Rowan has the same kind of physical comedy facility that Peter Sellers has, and the greats like Keaton and Chaplin.
Shoot a lot, because the tiny little snippets will be the solid gold, and so an artist like Rowan is absolute gold because he will give you an enormous amount of variables. Then when you're in post-production on a movie, is test it and test it and test it and test it, and see what the audience says.
It's been over 10 years since the first installment of Johnny English.
Yes.
What made you want to come back into this role?
Well, it was 10 years between the first film and the second film, and now there's been 7 years since the second film and the third film, because Johnny English Strikes Again, this new one, is the third movie. And I don't know, I suppose I just find the process of acting, of making movies, very stressful and very tiring. So I think it's just laziness, actually, that produces these huge gaps. I mean, we don't really pump them out like, the Fast and the Furious. We seem to take our time, which is a shame in a way, because I'm sure we could make a lot more movies if we were a bit more focused, but I just find I have to take either years off or do something completely different for a few years. So that's why there are these big gaps, and I apologize for that. But I think when they come around, I think Johnny English Strikes Again is a good movie. I think it's funny. I think it's got some funny stuff in it. So I hope people enjoy it.